Hi, folks. Welcome to today's Bobcast. I'm Bob Benny,
I'm Jessie Thompson.
and we're both certified financial planner professionals with Bob Benny Wealth Management right here in Lincoln. Today is another
Financial Foundations series, Bobcast.
in our financial foundation series, and it's titled "How to Start Investing as a Complete Beginner." And so we just kind of have some brief tips to try to help people get started.
Yeah.
So when should you start investing, Jessie?
So there's some prerequisites before you start investing that you need to have in place financially. One of them is you need to have an emergency fund built up of 3 months of expenses. And that's not money that you're going to save up and then invest. That's money that you need to be keeping as an emergency fund all the time, about 3 months of expenses. Keep it liquid in a bank account.
And the reason for this is so that when you have an emergency, you don't have to take the money out of your investments, which probably won't be a good time and might end up costing you penalties and taxes.
Yep. And the second thing is, we did a podcast earlier on debt and how to know if you have too much debt. If you have too much high interest debt, you don't have any business investing the extra money that you have per month. It's a better thing for you to pay off that high interest debt first, make sure you have the emergency fund, and then start investing.
Then the next thing is you want to make sure that you have a long enough time frame for your money. You probably need to have at least a 5-year time frame.
Meaning you're not going to need to take money out within that 5 years or longer.
Correct.
Ideally longer than that, but at least 5 years. And that's just because the stock market goes up and down, and over a short period of time it goes up and down a lot, right? But if you look at a chart of the stock market over a long period of time,
It's smoothed out
and it's going up. And if you need to take money out in a short period of time, the odds of you having to take it out while the account is down are much higher than if you have it in for a longer period of time.
And then there's two different kinds of accounts, types of accounts, categories that you can use for your investments, that you're going to for your money you're going to invest based on the time frame or when you're going to need the money back. Go ahead.
So there's retirement accounts, and these are retirement accounts classified by the IRS as retirement accounts, meaning they're tax deferred until you're age 59 and a half. And then there's non-retirement accounts. So if you're going to need the money that you're investing or want access to it before you're age 59 and a half, then you should put it in what's called a taxable account or a non-retirement account. That type of an account is may be taxed every year if there's dividends paid out in any kind of income recognized in the account from dividends, or if something is sold at any kind of gain, then you'll pay taxes on that income, just the gain from the account, on an annual basis when you do your taxes. But then when you go to take the money out, you have no penalties. You don't have to leave it in there for a certain amount of time, like till you're age 59 and a half. And you don't pay any taxes on the distribution. So you're just kind of paying on the income as you go in that type of an account. The other type of an account that's a retirement account is an account that's tax deferred until you're age 59 and a half, meaning you put money into the account, and it might be something that if it's a traditional IRA, you get a tax deduction when you put the money into the account. The account grows tax-free until you start taking money out, and if you take it out after you're 59 and a half, then you're taxed on the distributions when the money comes out. But all that growth from the time that you put the money in until the time you take it out isn't taxed as you go. You're just taxed on the back end of it.
And the deal with the 59 and a half, if you take it out before you're 59 and a half, not only do you have to pay the taxes on it, but you have to pay a 10% penalty to the IRS for taking it out early.
So
that's why we don't want you to put money that you're going to need relatively soon as a beginning investor in the next 5-10 years or whatever for a house. Don't want to put that in a retirement account.
And the other type of retirement account besides a traditional IRA is a Roth IRA. And the way that one works is you put money into it, you don't get a tax deduction up front. The growth, like in the traditional IRA, the growth is all tax-free, and then after you're 59 and a half, if you take the money out, the money that you take out is also tax-free. Because you didn't get the deduction up front, you don't pay taxes on the back end of it. And it's a really good deal too. So those are the two types of retirement accounts that you can consider depending on when you need the money.
Then the vehicles that you would use, probably if you're a beginning investor, on what to invest, typically would be just to kind of we recommend people keep it simple, use low cost index mutual funds or an index mutual fund like the S&P 500 index, and to be able to stay diversified and not have to have a lot of individual company risk of picking one individual stock.
Right. And another thing to do is when you're just starting, a great way to invest is by dollar cost averaging, meaning you are on a monthly basis putting money into the stock market. Sometimes when you put money into the stock market, it's going to be up. Sometimes it's going to be down. But then your contributions are going to be growing better over a long period of time.
Because you're buying more shares when it's down.
Right.
It's to your advantage.
And it also helps you with budgeting.
Right.
Because you know that you have a certain amount of money every month that you're going to be putting into the investment rather than just trying to save up a certain amount before you start investing.
So that's just kind of the gist of how to start investing as a complete beginner. And we appreciate your attendance at today's Bobcast. And please like and subscribe if you like these Bobcasts, and tell your friends and family about them if they might be of interest to them. And hope you have a blessed day.
Thank you.